Welcome back to another episode of the Constructive Liberty Podcast, living life intentionally so that we can construct a life of liberty. What's up, guys? I'm your host, Ken Esch. Today is Wednesday, October the 12th, 2022, and this is episode number 113. Dang, 113 episodes. I didn't think I'd get there. What are we talking about today? We're talking about crafting a personal vision statement. Okay? I know, it's going to sound like all woo-woo and like, who needs that? Most people don't do that. I like a vision statement because it keeps the purpose of life in front of you. So we're going to go through things like what is a vision statement, the benefits of creating a personal vision statement. I'll give you a few examples of some famous people, what they've come up with for their vision statements, and then we're going to talk step by step through how to create your own vision statement. So, quote of the day to get us started off. This comes from Robert K. Greenleaf. And I often don't know who these people are. I just pull quotes about the topic of the day, and I find the ones that I like the best. So if you like this quote, you can go find out who Robert K. Greenleaf is and research more about him. But he says this: a statement of vision is the overarching purpose, the big dream, the visionary concept, something presently out of reach, so stated that it excites the imagination and challenges people to work for something they don't yet know how to do. A vision statement is something that challenges people to work for something they don't yet know how to do. It creates excitement within you. It does something for you that makes you want to go out and slay the dragon. You know, what is that dragon in your life that you want to slay? That is your big vision. All right, and we're going to get into that. I'll give you a couple of things that I've come up with, a quote that I came up with this morning or a concept, and I'll give you my own vision statement, which I kind of reworked this morning a little bit. It's gone through a lot of iterations. I have a lot of visions for my life, so it's hard to boil that all down into one small vision statement, but I've done that as best I can this morning, kind of taking a couple of different concepts that I try to live by. We're going to get into all of that today. The product of the day that I have for you is this. And yes, you're going to hate me. You're going to think like, Ken, this is not who you are. This is not what you do. Here's the product of the day: Bitcoin rewards credit card. You're like, what? A credit card? Oh no, you're like, Dave Ramsey would hang you high on a tree. Well, that couldn't happen. But Bitcoin rewards credit card. There's two options that I have available for you. One is through the Gemini app. It's a Gemini credit card where you can, the Gemini app is a wallet that you can buy cryptocurrency in. You can store your cryptocurrency there. And they also provide a credit card, which gives you rewards in Bitcoin, or I think they actually have like 5 or 6 different choices that you can choose to receive your rewards in. And the other one is a Fold credit card, which I believe, I have not gotten my Fold card yet, but from what I understand, the Fold is not a credit card. It's a card that you preload with US American dollars, and then you can spend that. It's like a preloaded credit card, essentially. So you have to put the money on there, then you go spend it, and you get rewards for the different places that you spend it at. So if you don't want to do the whole credit card thing where you spend and then you have to pay for it, you can go with the Fold card where you pay for it on the card and then you spend it. That way you're not spending money you don't have and find yourself in a hole at the end of the month. We don't like doing that. Even though we do that every now and then, we don't like to do that. So let's kind of back up a week or so. Last week, I talked about a few different things, but one of the things that happened last week, my wife left on Wednesday. She left town to go visit her family. She didn't leave me. She's not going to leave me. I mean, come on, who could do that? Why would somebody leave me, right? No, she was gone for nearly a week, and my big accomplishment while she was gone was that I did not burn the farm down. I held it all together, amazingly, and She got back just in time to prevent everything from falling apart. She's amazing at that. She does really well at that. She says she walked into the house, and I thought I did a fairly good job at, it wasn't like a nasty, messy pig pen bachelor pad. I thought I did a fairly good job of keeping things clean. She said she walked in the house and was overwhelmed at how awful it was, and she had to go to cleaning right away. And it did make a difference. It really did. She is an amazing housekeeper, which I would guess is why she does housekeeping as a business. She does really good at it. I would say she's probably the best within multiple counties around. So if somebody near Cumberland County, Kentucky needs a new housekeeper, you should definitely contact my wife. Reach out to me, Ken, at ConstructiveLiberty.com, and I'll put you in contact with her. So the Make Life Fun Again segment that I have been bringing into the podcast, because we need more fun in life. Life needs to be fun. The thing that I've been trying to do to bring fun and joy back into life is to connect with people, like to really connect, and to not only just be like, hey, how you doing? How's the weather? What's going on? But to really learn their stories, because people are amazing. People are interesting. And if you can really draw their stories out of them, like people don't know how interesting they are, but if you can do the work, do the creative questioning, ask amazing questions, you can draw out even more amazing stories out of people. And so I've been trying to lean into that to really get to know people. It's super interesting how if you can ask people good questions, they will think you are super interesting. And you don't even have to talk about yourself. You just get them talking about themselves, and they think you're the most interesting person around. It's really, really interesting how that works, because they're doing all the talking about themselves. They come out with the stories. They remember things they hadn't remembered before, or things they had forgotten for years. It's all about that good conversational style, asking people about them, finding out who they really are. Because I think most people don't feel like anybody truly knows them. And if you can act interested, not only act interested, but be interested in people, that goes so far in creating a strong relationship. It elevates you in their mind as someone who really cares about people and hears them. Not only hears them, but hears them. Hears who they are, what they're all about, what they want their life to be, their vision for life, their purpose, their mission, their things that they enjoy doing in life. If you can dive deep into that with people, it doesn't even have to be like a sit-down, serious conversation, but you can go deep with people in a casual conversation just by the questions that you ask them. So that's what I've been trying to do to make life more fun again. I mentioned last week that I'm diving deep into marketing. It's a offering or a service that I offer as part of Empowering Forward Momentum, which is my coaching, my life and career coaching business. I like lots of variety in my life. I don't like doing one thing over and over and over again. And I know, not Jackie Chan, but I can't remember the other martial arts guy's name. That I don't remember. He said, practice one kick 10,000 times. Or he said, I would rather face somebody who has practiced 1,000 kicks 10 times rather than somebody who's practiced one kick 10,000 times. So what he's saying there is dive deep into that one thing. Get so good at it that you are the it in that niche, that everybody thinks of you when they think of that thing. Go so deep on that. And I don't necessarily like doing that. I like variety. So I probably have 10 kicks that I practice 1,000 times rather than the one kick that I practice 1,000 times or 10,000 times. It's just what I do. On that note, going back to the topic that I was talking about, the marketing solutions, I'm having a meeting this afternoon with a potential client to discuss offering my marketing services for their storage building business, which is located in Ohio. So that's going to be super exciting, super fun. It is a good friend of mine who I'm talking with. So it's just going to be having a conversation, see what their goals and their vision is for not only their business, I mean, majorly for the business, but also for their marketing needs and some solutions that we can provide, and just see if we are even able to help them. Moving on, I want to invite you again to join the Telegram chat, t.me/Constructive Liberty. You can follow the channel and join the chat from there. Can't wait to see you in there. If you have any feedback or want to leave a little note, you can do that there, or by emailing ken@constructiveliberty.com. My tip on the 5 keys of life today is on purpose. And I know last week was on purpose too, but today is about vision, which ties into purpose. So I thought it fitting that my tip today was about purpose. This quote comes from Simon Sinek. He said, "Vision is a destination, a fixed point to which we focus all effort. Strategy is a route, which is an adaptable path to get us where we want to go. In my words, purpose is utilizing your vision and your strategy to impact other people. That is your purpose in life." So I want to recommend that you sign up for something. I have a good friend who has a podcast as well, and I've met her in person once, and I've chatted with her a whole bunch through various podcasts and emailing back and forth and on Telegram and different places. This lady is amazing. Okay, she is super cool, but she makes a snail mail newsletter. Now, I don't know if you remember as a kid getting mail, like you running to the mailbox and opening the mail, and you had a chain letter that you were expecting, or you were writing back and forth with a pen pal or something like that. It was so much fun getting that piece of mail in the mailbox and being able to rip it open and read what the other person had to say, read their stories, and to write a reply to them. Amy Dingman is making snail mail cool again. Okay, she's created a newsletter with all kinds of fun stories and recipes and just little tips and tidbits about life and how to live a better life. It's super awesome. It's my favorite piece of mail to get, which is not hard because I don't get many pieces of mail that I like, but hers I look forward to every single month. I believe it's $50 a year. I'll drop a link in the show notes where you can go sign up for that. You get one every single month. Promise you it's the best $50 you'll spend this year. So let's get to our main topic of the show, and that is on creating a personal vision statement. So what is a personal vision statement? The goal of a vision statement is to help people involved in life decision-making to make those decisions that align with their overall purpose. Okay? A personal vision statement includes the statement of the impact that you wish to have on the world. I'll give you my personal vision statement here, and you can keep that in mind as we go through this. So my personal vision or mission statement is to be free, to live with purpose, on purpose, and to embody all that Yahweh has created me to be. Okay, so that is my vision or mission statement. And it's getting super hot here in my office. So I open my window. Hopefully the wind chimes out there won't be too loud and detract from the audio, but let's keep on going here. Personal vision statements can include both personal and professional goals. They also tend to include some deeply held personal values. They can be rather short, or they can be super long. They might be something that you keep private, or you might put it out there for the world to see, to kind of hold you accountable to it. Okay, something that, it talked about values in here, and two of my biggest values in life are growth and impact. And I believe those two things, or I try to make everything that I do in life embody those two things, growth and impact. It has to be one of the two, and sometimes it includes both, which is awesome when that can happen. I coined a phrase or a statement this morning that maybe it'll speak to you. I don't know. it spoke to me. So it goes like this. Unrealized growth equals untapped potential. Perpetual growth equals unlimited impact. Okay, so one of my main tenets of life, or one of the things that I live by in life, is to always be learning and growing. But it can't stop there. It has to be implemented. It has to be acted upon so that I can impact the world around me. If I'm not creating impact, what good am I? Back to the mission statement. You don't have to be somebody famous or like a big CEO of a huge corporation or something like that to have a vision statement. Lots and lots of people do it. Many famous people do it. Richard Branson, Maya Angelou, Ralph Waldo Emerson, Amanda Steinberg, Oprah Winfrey, and Gandhi. They all had vision statements that guided their lives. And I'm going to get into that in a bit. So what are some of the benefits of creating a personal vision statement? Like, why should I do this? Why do I want to go through the work of that? Like, isn't life just easy enough just to live and let live and to float along down the stream, letting it carry me wherever it will? Yeah, I mean, that can be okay. You can get by in life like that. But what if you hit a rough patch in life? What if you go through the rapids of life? Like, you're going to need something to guide you. Your vision statement is like the rudder of your life. It can keep you from crashing on the rocks because you don't know where to go. Okay? It brings a lot of benefits into your life. So we don't have all the time and the space to go over all of that, but here's a few of them. Number one, it gives you a sense of direction. It gives you that feeling of knowing where you are and where you're trying to get to. It motivates you to do work that feels meaningful. And we all want meaning in our life, especially as the world grows more and more chaotic, as things, spiral downhill. You can spiral, but spiral up. The world tends to spiral down. And that's because most people out there don't have vision. They don't have meaning. They're lost. But if you have that guiding vision statement, you can spiral up. That'll help you out a lot. The second thing is your vision statement motivates you. Okay? You're not going to always feel motivated. And I talked about this recently in a little video that I did, that motivation is a bunch of BS. Okay? You just have to go do the work. But your vision statement is something that motivates you. Sometimes you're going to be more motivated than at other times. Sometimes you don't feel like doing anything at all. You've got this list of goals that is a big, massive goal, and you're just going to go get it done. But sometimes you just don't feel like doing it. You want to sit down and watch all 10 seasons of Lost at once, or 11 or 53 or however many seasons there are. Or you just want to sit down with a big bag of chips or a bowl of popcorn and read a book or something, or scroll TikTok for hours. Sometimes you don't feel like doing anything, but that personal vision statement can give you motivation when the motivation isn't there. It gives you that little oomph just to keep on pushing, to put down the phone, to exit TikTok, and to go do something. Like for me, when I'm in that state of mind where I don't feel like doing anything, and I'm sitting there watching football or watching a movie or whatever it might be, scrolling some social media, I have to ask myself, does this fulfill my purpose, my vision of everything I do being related to growth or impact? Does it fulfill my statement of living free with purpose and on purpose and embodying all that Yahweh has created me to be? If it doesn't fill that purpose, then I'm wasting time. I'm wasting precious time that I could be doing something that fits within my mission and my vision. Number 3, your vision statement provides a framework for decision making. All right? Okay. Look, you're an adult, okay? Well, some of you are not. Some of you are just grown-up kids. But, hey, I'm that way too sometimes. But all that aside, most of us are adults, and that means making decisions, and sometimes super hard decisions. Like, you don't want to make the decision. But your vision statement, your mission in life, can help with that decision making by providing a framework that we can use to evaluate our options. So if you have to make a decision, look at the options. If I go this route, does that align with my vision in life? Will that move me towards the impact I want to have in life? If I go this route, does that move me towards or away from it? And use that vision to help make your decisions. Which one is going to uphold your values? Or which one would require you to break your values? Those are things that you can utilize to make big decisions. And that's all based off your vision framework or your vision statement. So here's a few examples of some vision statements. I already mentioned a few famous people that have vision statements, so I'm going to go through a few of them. Oprah Winfrey, to be a teacher and to be known for inspiring my students to be more than they thought they could be. Richard Branson, to have fun in my journey through life and learn from my mistakes. That is simple. Here's a anonymous startup founder. My vision is to create a company that will balance my 3 core principles of people, planet, and profit, and leave behind a lasting legacy. Gandhi's vision statement. I shall not fear anyone on earth. I shall fear only God. I shall not bear ill will towards anyone. I shall not submit to injustice from anyone. I shall conquer untruth with truth, and in resisting untruth, I shall put up with all suffering. That embodied, or let's put it this way, Gandhi's life embodied that statement. He put up with suffering. He followed that. That's what he's known for. Here's an anonymous stand-up comedian's vision statement. My vision is to have as much fun as I can in life and to make as many people smile as possible. Comedian, that's a great that's a great line. It fits comedians perfectly. Maya Angelou said, my mission in life is not merely to survive, but to thrive, and to do so with some passion, some compassion, some humor, and some style. So those are just a few examples that you can think about as you craft your own vision statement. So some of the steps that you need to go through in creating your own personal vision statement. Okay, and everybody's is going to look a little different, but here's some things that you need to do. Step number 1 is figure out what your goals are. Like, what are your goals in life? What do you want? Do you want to start a multi-million-dollar company? You trying to be an astronaut, an artist, stay-at-home parent, contractor? Do you want to be a podcaster? What do you want to do in life? And where you can go with that is, what is the impact you want to have in life? How do you want people to remember you by? And then work back from there. Not everybody's list is going to be the same. We're all different and we're all unique. We've got different gifts and talents and abilities and likes and dislikes, and that all plays into what are your goals. So a lot of times what you can do, we've all got huge goals, but sometimes what we have to do is to cross off some goals. Like, it's a process of elimination. Really, it is. Like I mentioned earlier in the podcast, I like to do so many different things. I have a hard time focusing on that one thing. And I need to get more focused in life. I would probably be a lot more impactful, which is one of my values in life. I would probably be a lot more impactful if I focused more, if I crossed off some of the goals off of my list, or at least put them to the side. Stick a fork in it or stick a pin in it or whatever, put it to the side for now. So that's something that I need to consider moving forward. Step number 2 is to decipher your strengths, your skills, and your weaknesses. So often your vision statement will play into those things. Like, what are some of the strengths that you have, as a human being? Because we've all got them. Just write down everything that you can think of. Are you strong? Physically, psychologically, mentally, spiritually? Are you stubborn, independent? Are you a free thinker? Are you analytical, highly intelligent? Are you good at helping people get along, empathetic? Are you very organized. Come up with everything you can think of that is a strength for you. Do the same thing for your skills. For myself, things that I'm good at is I'm pretty analytical. I can very often decipher a situation and figure out what's going on behind it with just a few well-placed questions. I'm very good at hearing a situation, analyzing it, and coming up with a metaphor in story form to help people see through the situation. Very good at that. That's something that's one of my strengths, one of the ones that I'm most proud of, even though I don't utilize it as much as I should. And then in your skills, that a lot of that is going to tie into your strengths. I'm very skilled at carpentry. There's a lot of things that I'm skilled at too, and a lot of those are going to overlap. And then you can look at your list of goals again, and how can your strengths and your skills help you reach those goals? And then after you've got that, evaluate your weaknesses as well. What are some of the things that you need to work on that are lacking in your goals or what are some of the goals that you have that you don't have a strength that can help you reach? Those are your weaknesses. I think I said that right. So you may need to evaluate your goals, figure out where you're shorthanded in, and figure out what you need to do to help you achieve those goals. Like, what do you need to learn? What skills and strengths and knowledge and stuff do you need to develop to help you reach those goals? And then the third step is deciphering your values. You're almost at the point where you're ready to write your vision statement because you've got your goals and your strengths and skills you need to work on. The next part is deciphering your values. And I've mentioned mine several times. Two of my highest values are growth and impact. And, a lot of people say values are a lot of different things. You can go download lists of values online. It's not hard to find. I've got one here that I've downloaded just for reference. There's things like accomplishment, accuracy, acknowledgement, adventure, authenticity, focus, forgiveness, freedom, friendship, generosity, happiness, collaboration, comradeship, confidence, ease, empowerment, enthusiasm, environment, excellence, patience, love, optimism, joy, presence, recognition, respect, romance, safety, self-esteem, spaciousness, spirituality, tact, thankfulness, tolerance, understanding, unity, vitality, wisdom. That's only a very short list. You can download endless lists of values and just go through a process of elimination, figure out what your most important, your highest values are. I always go back to growth and impact, so much so that I even had wristbands made that say growth and impact. And the cool thing is, I try to every single day do at least one thing related to both of those. What did I do today to help me grow personally, spiritually, physically, any of those things? That goes into growth. What did I do today to impact the life of someone else? And then on the inside of these wristbands, it says mission accomplished. So as I go through the day and I'm thinking about what it is that I'm doing or how can I do something to grow personally? I do that thing, then I flip the wristband over. It says mission accomplished. I actually have a bunch of these for sale, or I'll give them away. If you want some of these wristbands, the one that says impact is red. The one that says growth is blue. I will send you a pair for free. Just send me an email to ken@constructiveliberty.com and say, hey, I love the growth and impact wristbands. You're going to need to include your mailing address. I will send you a set of these wristbands for free. So once you've finished the values exercise, you're ready to write down your mission statement. And that brings us to step number 4, where you put it all together. And that's the most difficult step, combining everything into a coherent statement. It's going to take some work, but if you've done those first 3 steps that I mentioned, if you've been honest with yourself and you've put some thought into it, you should be able to come up with something that really motivates you, your personal vision statement. Like for me, to be free, to live with purpose, on purpose and to embody all that Yahweh has created me to be. Now, I could be more specific on that. I could go into how I want to impact other people. But I believe that the how isn't always, it's not always, doesn't have to be a part of the vision or the mission statement. I just want to be purposeful. I want to be free. That's why I'm the Constructive Liberty Podcast. The liberty part of that is huge. It's creating as much freedom in your life as possible. And then to embody or to fully tap into all of the unlimited potential that God Himself created me with. That is my vision, to become everything that I'm created to be. Your vision statement is going to be different. You might start with things like I am, or I want, or my purpose, mission, and vision is, or my life will show, I will, I won't. Try a couple of those, play around with them. You might come up with several different statements that you're gonna combine, you're gonna mesh, you're gonna change, you're gonna pull them apart piece by piece and put them back together in different orders. But use active first-person verbs in all of them, like I am, I will, I do, I want, I have, all those things that put you in the situation. Take as much time as you need on this, because this is something that you can write on a sticky note and paste it somewhere where you see it every day. Put it on your desk. I have mine on the wall of my desk behind my computer monitor so that I can look at it. I have my five steps to an impactful living right there. I have another one. I've got all kinds of sticky notes around, okay? And I have more that I need to add. But do that. Come up with your personal vision statement. Go through this several times if you need to. Reach out to me if you want that list of values, and I'll send you all the resources I have to help you craft your own vision statement, to help you live the best life possible, to help you fulfill and embody the unlimited potential that God has given you. Okay? So if you want that, reach out to me, Ken at ConstructiveLiberty.com. That's all I've got for today. If you want to support the show, you can listen on a Podcast 2.0 app like Fountain. And from there, you can support the show by streaming Satoshis, which are tiny little portions of Bitcoin. You can stream them to me as, a couple cents an episode. That's fine. Don't forget, if you would like to start collecting Bitcoin, you can do that just by spending what you are already going to spend anyway through the Gemini credit card or the Fold card. I'll have a link in the show notes where you can sign up for that. The question of the day is this: do you have a vision statement for your life, or a vision of what you want your life's work or impact to be? I'd love to hear from you on that. Ken at ConstructiveLiberty.com or t.me/Constructive Liberty, where you can join the Telegram chat and leave the comment or the answer on the question of the day there. Hope that serves you. I got to run. Do good work.